If you use an ad blocker and YouTube has told you not to, well, it looks like YouTube and Google are breaking EU law. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to a brand new video here on the channel. If you've been on YouTube recently and you do use an ad blocker, you've probably seen the little sign coming up from YouTube, which is the following one, which is this one by here. Ad blockers violate YouTube's terms of service. Looks like you may be using an ad blocker. Video playback is blocked unless YouTube is allowed listed or the ad blocker is disabled. It goes on to say that you can sign up for YouTube Premium, which is about 10-12 quid, and ads allow YouTube to be used by billions worldwide. And with that, obviously, because they're saying it's against their terms of service, which is not really, because they just want to throw that out there because it's like, oh, if you don't allow ads on here, we're going to punish you. I recently turned my ad blocker off due to this. Even though I upload videos to YouTube, I try and make sure that on my videos there's at maximum 2 ads. And those ads I want one in the middle and one at the very end after the video's finished. The other day, I went on one video which is of a channel that has quite a few million subscribers. Normally you'd get the skip ad button after 5 seconds, but this was an advert for Instagram. 15 seconds until you can press the skip button. When did it go from 5 seconds to 15 seconds? And during that video, I had 7 adverts. What the hell? But all of this with YouTube saying that, oh, your ad blocking is breaking violation YouTube service. Well, in the EU, YouTube's ad blocking crackdown is facing a new challenge: privacy laws. Privacy advocates argue YouTube's ad blocker restrictions violate the European Union's online privacy laws. As YouTube tightens its restrictions on ad blockers, privacy advocates in the European Union are betting that government regulations can put a stop to the crackdown. One privacy expert, Alexander Hanf, filed a complaint in October with the Irish Data Protection Commission. Hanf argues that YouTube ad blocker detection system is a violation of privacy, which obviously Google denied, and illegal under EU law. Ad block detection scripts are spyware, which they are. They're actually forcing you to allow them to plant stuff on your computer. And it's like, wow, okay. Well, not just your computer, on your device, be it a tablet, your phone, whatever you watch YouTube on. And it does break the law here in the UK and Europe. It's going back to the GDPR and all this again. They don't seem to realise, oh, outside of America, they may have different laws. There's no other way to describe them, and as such, it is not acceptable to deploy them without consent. I consider any deployment of technology which can be used to spy on my devices is both unethical and illegal in most situations, which it is. The article does go on to state that obviously YouTube and Google, no, we're not doing anything wrong. We're not blocking anything. Tell that to Apple, and all the other places, Meta, who have had so many fines from the European Union and the laws because of what they break, And seeing that now Google are throwing themselves into the pit along with them, it's just like, you really cannot be this dumb. Really. They know what they're doing, they know. The fight against ad blocker detection isn't anything new, but YouTube's global effort to stop ad blockers has renewed interest in the topic. Sites like YouTube can detect ad blockers by either downloading JavaScript code that checks whether anything on the page has changed, or by detecting when the elements required to load an ad are blocked. And this is according to the New York Times. While YouTube started blocking ad blockers, a small experiment in June of this year, YouTube later confirmed to The Verge the company has ramped up its efforts. That means more users with ad blockers enabled are finding themselves unable to watch videos on the platform. Instead of showing the video, they display a prompt that encourages users to either allow ads on YouTube or subscribe to YouTube Premium. Now, obviously, with YouTube Premium, I don't get that. I do know a few people who have got it, and when you watch a video, part of that subscription money or whatever goes to them, which is understandable. But what YouTube Premium is, it's a waste of money. It literally is. You know, £10 to £12 here in the UK, just to guess, so you haven't got ads. Disney here in the UK is like £7, and you don't get any ads whatsoever on it. Amazon Prime is the same thing, and you get a lot more with that. Well, actually, no, with Amazon Prime, you do get ads, but it's ads for their shows or their documentaries. And when you think about it with YouTube, and that's what they're doing, it's like, come on. I guarantee you, YouTube is in the top 4 or top 5 most viewed websites every single day. More than likely, number 1. When you're literally just trying to sell people things, because that's exactly what it is. Oh, you got this on your computer, pay us. That's exactly what it is. And it's not going well. Privacy advocates, like I said, here in the UK and the EU, they are literally going to go to war over this. And YouTube, with them saying, oh, we're not doing anything wrong, it's like, yeah, all you tech firms are the same. It's just big tech, isn't it? You know, and it goes out by here as well, which is exactly true again. When the guy first reached out to the European Commission about the use of ad blocker detection in 2016. In response to his concerns, the Commission confirmed that scripts used to detect ad blockers fall under Article 5.3 of the e-Privacy Directive, a rule that requires websites to ask for user consent before storing or accessing information on a user's device. Here in the UK, and again Europe obviously, we got the whole GDPR, where when it comes up on the website, let's have a look if anything comes up on one that we'll type in now. Okay, and everything else, the EU, we value your privacy. This comes up on nearly every single website that you haven't already clicked on or accept all. This is if they can store stuff, manage preferences, put cookies and all this on your computer. And that is what happened, obviously, with the GDPR and with Meta, who literally was stealing information and they were selling it off. That's what it is. And this is what the Article 5.3 states. You need to have something like that come up before you actually agree to allow them to run a search to see if you've got any ad blockers. But obviously, YouTube don't do that. Later on in the article, it comes down to by here. Hannif isn't the only advocate who opposes YouTube's ad blocker clampdown. Patrick Breyer, a German digital rights advocate and member of the European Parliament, writes on Mastodon, YouTube wants to force us into surveillance advertising and tracking with an anti-ad block wall. He also said he is asking the European Commission about the legality of ad blocker detection systems under the e-Privacy Directive. YouTube spokesperson Christopher Lawton responded to Hannif and Breyer's challenge by reiterating the same statement provided to The Verge last month, saying, YouTube has launched a global effort to crack down on ad blockers. Lawton adds that the company will, of course, cooperate fully with any questions or queries from the DPC. It's not going to go well. I'm telling you that right now for YouTube. This is going to bite them in the ass so much because, like we've gone over, YouTube are literally putting spyware on people's devices. That's what it is. And if they're saying, oh, it's just for ad blocking detection, well, what if you got people who work at YouTube who can get access to certain systems and they start using people's information for videos or subjects that they don't like or goes against their narrative? You're going to see a lot of bad things come out because I don't think anyone has actually thought of that yet. We saw it with Spotify. You had people who had access to Joe Rogan's video library. They deleted videos that they didn't like. Sorry, you don't get to dictate what people can and cannot watch. That's what's going to happen with all of this. And we will be keeping an update on this because this is just going to bite YouTube in the ass because ad blockers are only going to get more sophisticated. And to be honest with you, when someone thinks they're cleverer than the next person, there's always someone who's cleverer than them. And you're going to see ad blockers become literal, just keys to the kingdom that YouTube and the people who work in there will not be able to figure out. Let me know what you think of this down below, folks. Let me know. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, do all those lovely things, and I'll see you soon.